What's happening, tabletop gamers? My name is LeunameGames. Welcome back to LeunameGames. Today we're going to learn how to play the 3 to 6 player bluffing game Skull, or Skull and Roses, depending on which one you have, by Hervé Marly and published by Lui-meme. In Skull, each player has a set of coasters made up of 3 flowers and a skull. Every round, each player is going to be either adding their little coasters to the general area, or they're going to make a bid to determine. In Skull, everyone has a set of flowers and a skull. In Skull, everyone has a set of coasters and In Skull, or Skull and Roses, each player has a set of coasters, 3 of them having a flower. In Skull, or Skull and Roses, each player has a set of coasters, 3 having a flower and 1 having a skull. Each round, each player is going to either decide to place one of their coasters out in front of them, or start making a bid on how many flowers they think they can reveal amongst the group without revealing a skull. Once the player has started the bid, each player must then either bid higher or pass. Eventually, all but one player will pass, and then that player must then try to reveal the amount of flowers that he bid without revealing a skull. If you manage to pull that off twice, you win. Let's get to the table and let's see what's in the box. To set up the game, give each player who is playing the game one of the 6 colored mats. Anything that you're not using, you can just put away. Then make sure each player has the black and white side of their mat face up. Then give each player the matching flower tiles and skull tile that matches their color, and you are ready to begin. Every round, everybody is going to simultaneously look at the discs that they have, choose one of them secretly, and place it face down on their mat. Then each player, starting with the first player, is going to go around in clockwise, choosing to either add a token to their stack or placing a bid. If you want to place a disc, you will choose a disc in your hand without anyone seeing and place it face up on top of your stack. If you don't have any tiles left in your hand, or if you don't want to play another tile, then you must issue a bid. When you bid, you are guessing how many flowers you think that you can reveal among the players without revealing a skull. Once a bid has been made, the remaining players can no longer place their tiles down. They must either increase the bid or pass. If you increase the bid, just say an amount that is higher than was previously stated. However, you cannot bid more than the total amount of discs that are out on the mats. For example, in this scenario, if this player started a bid, the maximum amount of discs that this player could bid is 6, because there are 6 discs total among the 4 mats. Eventually, all but one player will pass. The one player who has not passed becomes the challenger. When he becomes the challenger, he must first reveal all the discs that are on his own mat. If none of the discs revealed have a skull, he may then proceed to choose whichever players he wants to reveal the top tile of their stack. When he picks a player, that player will then reveal the top tile of their stack. If the tile revealed was a flower, then he may continue choosing players to reveal the disc. If the tile revealed was a skull, however, even if it was just one, he failed the challenge. If you fail the challenge, all players will immediately take their discs back into their hands. The player who then lost the challenge will shuffle all the discs that they have and place them all out in front of him. The player who had their skull flipped will then choose one of the remaining discs to be removed for the rest of the game. Make sure the tile that's removed is removed without anyone seeing it. If, however, the challenger ended up flipping their own skull, the challenger secretly chooses which disc they want to remove. If the challenger loses their last disc, they are out of the game and they return their mat. If the challenger manages to reveal the flowers that he bid for without revealing a skull, he won the challenge and must immediately flip his mat over. After a challenge, each player will take their discs back into their hand. They will look at their hand again in secret and simultaneously choose a disc to be placed face down on their mats again. Small note, if a challenger is eliminated, the first player for the next round will be the player whose skull the challenger has flipped. If the challenger managed to flip his own skull, he will then choose who's the start player. You will repeat this process until one of two things happen. Either one player wins 2 challenges, or when one player is the last player to lose their last disc. And that's everything you need to know in order to play Skull or Skull and Roses. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will get to them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to learn my thoughts on Skull or Skull and Roses, or if you want to learn how to play more games, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more tutorials, reviews, and unboxings. Thank you all as always so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.